go with right there. Because, honestly, we can't see where the borders are. So we're going to go with right there. Hopefully it's nice and centered. Because if it's not, it's going to piss me off when editing. Okay. We're back. The weekly replay. Been a while. But, Corona's out. So, can't really do much. Can't really go out. So we're going to be back. We're going to do things. We're going to make recordings. Why? Because we don't want to die. It's very simple. Alright? So, I have ranked the Eminem albums. But, obviously, you know, Music to Be Murdered By has dropped quite a while ago now. Still probably number one when this video drops. But I figured, you know, I've re-listened to the albums. Maybe my opinions have changed on them. We'll see. Maybe they haven't. I didn't rewatch the last video that I put out to like double check to see what I said, because I don't want to know what I said. It'll be more interesting for me to just compare the two, to like hear like me completely contradict myself on a different review of the exact same thing. It's gonna be great. Okay, so we're gonna go in order here. I just realized they're not in order. You know, this one goes right here and this one goes right here. Okay, now they're in order. We've also gonna add the Shady XV. Okay, I did not re-listen to that one, but I do remember a couple of the songs, so we will know based off that. Okay, first one, Eminem Infinite. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. Honestly, it's whatever. I don't really go back ever to Infinite. And the only time I ever go back to Infinite, besides the song Infinite, is to listen to it for like something like this. So honestly, it's really just a C tier album. It's his first thing. That's pretty good for your first album. Okay, the Slim Shady LP recently got a expanded edition, deluxe edition, and it's kind of just filled with like acapellas and instrumentals, which I guess is kind of cool if you want to like, I don't know, do the beat to Eminem doing the acapella, right? Which is, I guess that's something. But it didn't really have any new songs, and the new songs on it I didn't really like. Like they had what was it called? Like Bad Guys Always Die, which had Dr. Dre on it, but that was like an old track or something, but I still didn't really like it anyways. So it didn't make the album any better than it originally was, which, I mean, that's pretty difficult to top. But saying that, this is still a really good album, but it does feel dated. Like, when I listen to this album, it still feels old. It feels like I'm listening to an old rap album. So, I don't really like that, so it's like, we'll call it like C+, okay? It's like C+. Because it has really good songs on it, okay? You know, Just Don't Give a Fuck, Rock Bottom, Guilty Conscience, the iconic My Name Is. That's worthy. C+ is pretty good. You know, when you look at the tier, it's right in the middle. It's right in the middle. Okay, now we got this. Now, see, this song, while coming out, only a year after the Slim Shady LP, this album. This album came out only a year after the Slim Shady LP, I'm pretty sure. And yet, it doesn't sound dated at all. It honestly sounds like it was released like 2 years ago, which is pretty phenomenal. And on top of that, it's a great album. Everything about it is good. Okay, it has one of the most iconic songs ever that changed pop culture in Stan. Everyone used the word Stan from that song. It's from this song, all right? It has its sequel, I guess would be the word, to My Name Is, in The Real Slim Shady, which is also just as big of a hit. But then it has other songs that, you don't hear as much about, like Marshall Mathers, Drug Ballad. Those are both really good. Who Knew? And, I didn't mention The Way I Am. Terrible. Didn't mention The Way I Am. That's a very good song. Honestly, I've kind of overplayed that song. I don't really listen to it that much anymore. It doesn't have the same effect. But anyways, this album is still S. It's still S. It's a classic. It's not going to change. The Eminem Show is the next one. The Eminem Show, very good album. This one is personally my favorite album. So it's going to be very opinionated. It's going to get put, most people might agree. Claps comes on, if Without Me comes on, every word is getting sung. It's just, that's just how it is. So it's S tier. It's too good. It's my favorite one. That might be opinionated. You might put it somewhere else. I doubt so. Can't really argue against it. It goes there. And then Encore. Druggied up Eminem over here. And lots of leaks also really hit this album hard. There's a whole thing of leaks, I forgot, like from the lab, or I don't know what it's called exactly. But it's got some good songs on it, and they would have been on Encore had they not been leaked. And Encore would have probably been a much better album. But they got leaked. They're not part of Encore. Encore's a different thing. The deluxe version of Encore doesn't help it out really at all. I only think I like We As Americans. But Encore, the highs of Encore are at the level of the Eminem Show and the Marshall Mathers LP. But the lows are down here. Like it gets really bad. The lows of Encore. It's just rambling to just throw a song together to put it out. And while it might be funny, you know, if you like the wittiness, you know, you might like it a little bit more. I'm always torn by this one, because sometimes, like, I'm just like, I don't want to listen to it. I can't, and it goes in D. But sometimes, you know, songs like Toy Soldiers are just so perfect that you want to put it in B. I think I'm going to put it in, like, B minus. All right, so it's like in between those two. Like a nice B minus is where I go with. And by the way, Puke actually cannot listen to the song. Whatever Puke sound they recorded for that, it sounds too real. And I fucking hate it. Okay, next one. Relapse. Relapse. Eminem comes back from break. I know there's a re-up somewhere in between here, but we're not doing the re-up, okay? The re-up would end up like here. Probably same level as Encore, the re-up. Okay, Relapse. Relapse is kind of underrated, I think. I might have said that in my last one. I don't really know. But I think Relapse is kind of underrated, kind of overhated on because of some weird accents. And overall, it's still a really good project. Like, Beautiful is top 5 Eminem songs for me, easily, because it's too real. Like it's really him speaking about himself in just a certain way, and that song was recorded way before Relapse was released. I know that there's some songs that are kind of weird. I know We Made You was the single, and it was kind of like supposed to be like the Slim Shady, like My Name Is the Real Slim Shady, but really isn't that good. Probably only got really played because it's Eminem. But the album overall is a really good album. It all has a very similar sound to it. I really like it. I know that there's people like Tyler the Creator who have said like this is the album. This is his best album. So it is also very influential because Tyler the Creator is pretty major artist, and there's a lot of other major artists like that. But I think this is a nice B, like B, yeah, a kind of B plus, but like there, you know, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. And then next we've got Recovery, which I don't actually know when the Shady XV was released. I'm be honest, I'm going with like 2014, maybe the Shady XV was released in 2014. I know it has some good songs on it, so we're gonna go with 2014. So I know that that's not then, so we're just gonna continue on. All right, Recovery is a after all the hate on Relapse, Eminem goes, okay, fuck Slim Shady, push him over to the side. This is gonna be my one project with no Slim Shady on. This is all Eminem, all Marshall Mathers. You got songs that are really like about like proof and a lot of things about his drug addiction, moving on, getting stronger, you know, like empowering songs. It's a very good project. It has like a more he gets a little more screamy, but it's kind of like more rock influenced, even though it doesn't really get into the production too much. he's looking back to that, like on the Eminem show. So I like this. I like this project. I know some people don't like this project, but it's A. It's getting a little moved over because we got this B plus thing over here. You know what? It's going in B just so that this looks better. Sorry. We've got this one, the MMLP 2. Okay, it's a pretty big track list. It's probably, could have been better. You could have probably removed some songs, I think, at least from the deluxe version. I mean, it is a deluxe version, so I guess I could be wrong there. I do not like the deluxe version, by the way. The deluxe version of this album is not good. It's better off as the original version. Sure, you might get one song out of the deluxe version, but the other songs are like the worst songs on the whole album. So, just ignoring the deluxe version altogether, I think I would put this right next to Relapse. I think as the deluxe version, like if I had to put the deluxe version in here, I would drop it down to C because the songs are just horrific. They're honestly horrific. But this album has really good songs, really touching songs. Headlights, talking about cleaning out my closet kind of in a way after all these years. Eminem maturing. You got Survival. You have the infamous Rap God. Legacy. He's talking about his legacy. He's looking back now. This album is him looking back, which is why it's a good for MMLP2 after all these years. Where has he gotten? Like, how will he be remembered? How will he continue on? And he has a song with Kendrick Lamar. It's not the best song, but it's a pretty good song. It would be nice if there was another Eminem Kendrick Lamar. He might not do it because they're both really big now, and he tends to go for the smaller artists as they're starting up, as you can see by his other projects coming up. Around this time, he started to look for the smaller artists to collab. Not like small, but like lesser known. Like Kendrick is obviously Kendrick Lamar. Everyone knows who that is, so he's too big. Next is not Revival, not that heaping pile of trash. It's this one. Not to say that this one is bad, just I don't really remember this one all too well. I did not re-listen to it. I just remembered it last second, and it is a compilation album, so Eminem's not on every track. I do know Guts Over Fear was a song that I listened to a lot for a while, like over and over. Fine Line, I remember that one too. That I still have that one added into things. That one is very good. He the ending where he just kind of the beat cuts and he just kind of freestyles it. That's really cool. Songs on here too, so but those don't really count too much because they're really old and he just kind of threw them on. But I mean, overall, let's get this to a good size so it fits. Overall, this is probably a C tier album. Like, let's be honest. Like, actually, no. You know what? It's with Encore. It's C plus. It's C plus because the songs I like on it are really good. It does steal a lot of old songs though, which is kind of cheating, honestly. So I can't really rank it as high. Like obviously, you have hit songs on there like My Band, right? But My Band is not from this album. My Band was just put onto this album. So, actually, no. Fuck this album. It's gone. It's gone. This is bullshit. I just opened up the track list now. It's got Lose Yourself on it? No, it's not. No, it's just, no. We can't rate that correctly because obviously songs like that deserve to go in A, but it's not from this album, so why would it doesn't get the recognition because it's just stealing shit. No, that's not how this works. Revival. Oh shit, it gets cut off there. All right. Revival. This one, thoughts haven't changed. I actually went back and I listened to it, right? And I actually highlighted the things. I might put it on the screen if I can find the image. But basically, I highlighted the things to see okay, which songs on Revival are good and which songs are bad. I personally like Walk on Water. I think it's a interesting thing for him to do. You know, he's so far in his career. Do a ballad. You haven't done a ballad. Try a ballad, okay? The drums getting removed, okay, I get it. It's supposed to be a certain sound. Okay, whatever. Then it's the rest of the album that's the real issue. At best, songs are mediocre. At worst, they're untouchable. Good pun. So, but then again, at the very end of the album, you have Castle and you have A Rose, which they should just be one song with a switch up, honestly, so that I don't have to worry about like putting these on shuffle and them not being back to back, because these two songs back to back are really, really good songs. It's some of his best stuff he released. Like, if I look at, so what? Recovery, MMLP2, Shady, XV, Revival, Castle and A Rose are at the top of the list of all those songs, basically, from that decade. And it should really be one song. But even though those are so good, the rest of the album can't save it. It's F tier. Kamikaze. I really like Kamikaze. I don't know why I really like Kamikaze. It could be because the man is just dissing people, and I kind of like just when you just call out people's names in a song. Personally, I really like that. I don't know why. But nevertheless, The Ringer is a great song. I really like Greatest. Lucky You got nominated for a Grammy, even though Grammys don't mean shit. Normal, Stepping Stone, pretty nice track. Normal's a really shitty like love song, which let's preface here for something else. Eminem talking about weird relationships that he's in at this point in his career, I honestly don't give a shit. I want anything else besides that, which is probably also one of the reasons I like Kamikaze and I don't like Revival, because Kamikaze doesn't really fall into that issue until Nice Guy Good Guy, which are not that good, and Venom, and yes, he's rhyming with like Venom, momentum, but it's fucking Venom. But anyways, I respect that song for the meme. But yes, Kamikaze, even though I just didn't really say that much good about it, it's probably my favorite album personally from the 2010s. So I put it in A. Yeah, I put it in A. You might all have it, you know. I feel like popular opinion puts Kamikaze at B, right? Like that's like the popular opinion, like B minus, okay, is the popular opinion for Kamikaze. But personally, the highs on it are so good. I listen to the album so much. Literally, if I go into like stats on like whatever Spotify it is, you look, this is probably my most played Eminem album, and this is probably now my second most played, and I don't even have the whole album added. I have half of it, like I have the shit songs deleted off, and it's still up there because it's just that good. Okay, now to this one. We ain't ranked this one before. I was gonna do a video on just this one, but I'm waiting for things to arrive, so we're gonna throw it in here. But we're gonna give a nice talk about this one. I feel like I might have sped through these. I don't really know what the timer's at right now for the recording, but all right. Music to be murdered by. We're gonna go and do like a track by track, kind of. Actually, no. Maybe we'll do that for another video. We're gonna go and we're gonna say why I like it and what I don't like about it. Okay. Premonition, great intro, very Kamikaze-like, unaccommodating, also very Kamikaze-like. I like the Young Ma intro. If you saw, Eminem talked about Young Ma and like why, like how he listened to her, but like, see, he likes to take, like what I was saying earlier, he likes to take an artist and put them on the track before they're too big. Okay. Godzilla, rest in peace to Juice WRLD. honestly so sad. I really like that he did the Lyrical Lemonade video for him. Cole Bennett really was close with Juice WRLD. But Godzilla is a sequel to Rap God. It does have God. They both got the God in the name. They both. He's showing that he can rap even faster than he could on Rap God. For what it is, it's a great track. It's probably top on the album. Juice WRLD chorus makes it even so much better. I like No Regrets. I like I Will. Lock It Up. Little Engine is really good. Okay. CDTV talked about Lil Engine. Okay, and he was right. The man is right. Lil Engine is great. But now we got songs like Never Love Again, Farewell. I mean, Farewell's kind of different, but or whatever. Those Kind of Nights. Into Deep. Those are gone. Those are deleted from my playlist. I cannot stand Eminem love songs anymore. I know one of them, I don't know which one it is anymore, is kind of like relating it to pills, and it's like an extended metaphor, the whole song. But look, I can't, it doesn't sound that good. I'm sorry. So, this is a good album. It's insane that we're in 2020. So Eminem started in the 1990s. Okay, he blew up in the 2000s. He took over the 2000s. He kept his legacy, his crown over the 2010s. And now he's in the 2020s with the only gold album so far this year. I think Music to Be Murdered By is not his greatest work, which a lot of people say, but it's very good. It's a return to form. And we like a return to form. It's A. That's the new list. I feel like I had something in D tier last time, but I don't know what. I feel like Encore probably got moved the most. Maybe some other things got moved. Tell me what you think. What you think I got wrong. What you think I got right. I know last time I think I said like 2 viewers, and that video has a bunch of views. Alright, so we're going to say 50 viewers, okay? You 50 viewers, tell me what you think. Alright, is this a shit tier list? Is this good? Do you agree? Like, you can do your rankings. I like to look at other people's rankings. That's kind of the part of the tier list. Like, other people can be like, this is the order I have against the order you have, even though this is not a top 10, but tier list is a little more fluid. I like the fluidity of the tier list. Thank you for watching. If you watched to this point, I will be doing more videos, like I said, because coronavirus is here, and we don't want to die, and schools have all basically been canceled. So, well, not canceled, but they're online now, so we're gonna be home a lot. See you later. See you in the next video, guy.